Whey! Oh my gosh. Panic stations are not fully over yet because there's still some bits I've got to do. Sorry about that, Ramblers. All good fun. So, Jimmy's been adding loads of stuff to StreamYard. This is my excuse, okay? Jimmy's been adding loads and loads of things to StreamYard, and this stream had disappeared from all existence. I've been trying to ring him for the last 10 minutes to try and suss out what we're doing. Who says this is an amateur operation? Certainly not now, no way. So here we go. Hey, and there we go. Now we got the sponsors. So very sorry about that, Ramblers. Sorry for being late. I do have a bit of an excuse for that. It is Ronnie's birthday today. He's 11 years old. So happy birthday to my son. He might come in his T-shirt representing the Blades Ramble at Wembley. So yeah, Jimmy's just FaceTime me and gone, if you scroll down and get rid of this and do that, you'll be fine, Mr. Mountain. I'm like, okay then, mate. Just a bit panicky there at the start. But how are we feeling, Ramblers? Because this has been the longest week in human history as far as I'm concerned. With work, and at the start of the week, I said, crikey, we could do with getting this week's work out of the way. My goodness, how long has this week been for us Blades? I'm here to hopefully reassure, give you some of my views and talk about some of the tactical things that might be going on in the game. I feel like I've been on YouTube and I've seen about 300 videos, all of the same thing about, they've got this player and they've got that player and this is the other thing. And I think I'm going to start talking to you tonight a little bit about what it means, really, what the game means to us Blades, and what it is about the playoff final that is just do or die, the most lucrative game in the world, believe it or not. Okay, no game is worth more to a football club. And the paths of the football clubs, as we know, as we've seen very, very big clubs disappear through the divisions before. Just to think about the history of some of the teams that are doing exceptionally well at the minute. So the sliding doors moment at Notts Forest, for us as Blades, Aston Villa, who they were struggling not too many years ago, and now look at them and how well they're doing. And I think for us Blades, it's all about dreaming about that stuff, but not getting too worried about it, Ramblers, because honestly, it's just not worth it. And I'll get into that in a bit. So I'm just going to go through some of the comments just to try and start us off. Good evening, Chef U 1889. Hi, my mountain. Hello there. How's you feeling, my mountain? You start to get nervous yet? Because I am just hope we do it. Please God. Yes. Yeah and no, because I kind of give myself a little bit of a pep talk at times about how I manage myself, because I think we're on this channel, we're quite good at talking about those kinds of things and how we manage our expectations and our emotions. I think that because I've been there so many times, and I don't want to use the term free hit. Jimmy will kill me if I say that, because it's not a free hit at all. But what it is an opportunity, of course, and we've never been on the right side of that. So we've never had lady luck on our side, and sometimes that is exactly what it is. It's about one shot that goes in. It's about one goalkeeping mistake, or some players who play particularly well against you on the day, a goalkeeper that hits the ball into space. There's so many reasons why you might not get promoted, but just a goal would be great, wouldn't it? A goal, a nice early goal, that'd be even better. Just so Sunderland had to actually have a go, because I've got a few ideas about how they might play this game. But no, I'm not too bad, Matthew. Thank you. Kev the Blade, hi, my mountain. Hope you're well. Hope we are ready for it. Yeah, me too. I hope we're ready too. I have had a few times where I've been daydreaming, thinking about winning at Wembley. Goodness me. Should we not? Good afternoon, my mountain. Come on, you mighty Blades. Are you mentally prepared for when the Blades win on Saturday? First time at Wembley. Can't wait. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Azrab, you are not far off, mate. Sorry, Paul, meant to put hope you well. Yeah, that's fine, mate. Don't worry, Kev. You're fine. Evening, Paul. Hope Ronnie has a fantastic day. Cheers, Ian. I appreciate it, pal. Yes, we've just been out to Ask, and he has had his first full-size Prima pizza, which his dad had to help him with at the end, just because I'm a caring dad and all that. But he's had his first man-sized pizza, and my goodness, I've never seen so much food go into one little boy's mouth. But there we go. bless him. He's definitely my boy. I know this is off the subject, but just wanted to check if fans know about Lib Hume's passing at age 22. Massive blade for much of her life and recently succumbed to cancer. Applause at 22 minutes, question mark. 100%, absolutely 100%. The Ramble will be supporting that, and all the Ramblers, I'm sure, will be raising a glass to Lib on that day. Cancer is an awful thing. I'm sure it's touched most of us in some one way or another in our lifetime. But when it happens to a 22-year-old, it's particularly upsetting. And yes, I believe that all the Ramblers, certainly the ones I know, it has gone around the groups. There's been a lot of support on the groups for this. So I believe that on 22 minutes, I'm hoping that it'll catch on fairly quickly, and we'll certainly be telling anybody that wants to hear about it when we're in the ground. That's for sure. Good point. Ramblers are aware. Yes, mate. It's been shared far and wide. Brilliant. Yeah, he's right. Thanks. My wife just told me. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Looking for Jamie Dumpling at darts. I enjoy the view, Paul. Look forward to the look forward to this. Up all the Rambles, up the blades. Like and subscribe. Hit the like button, please. Where are you, Paul? You looking for mother-in-law's card here? I am not, mate. I'm having a little gas panic, trying to get the right stream open. I actually opened one myself, tagged it all up and did everything, and realised I was making a recording, or I was about to make a recording, which wouldn't have worked. So yes, thank you very much. Thanks for mentioning that, Matthew. I was like, yes, very good. Evening, Paul. Evening, all. Surely it's our time for a win at Wembley. This is a better team and squad this time around. Come on, you red and white Wizards. I agree, Ray. I agree, mate. It's there's something that feels very different about this. I'm not an overly superstitious man in terms of I don't think we've any God-given right to win because it's 100 years and the stars are aligning and we've been the better team. As we all know in these playoffs, it doesn't always matter. It's about people, players showing up on the day and making sure that that we play they're the best version of themselves. Do you know what I mean? It's if we've got players that we know, if we have 2 or 3 of them show up on the day and play really, really well, then I think we'll win. But they've also got quality players. They wouldn't have finished 4th in the table. They wouldn't have won as many games as they did. Yes, they didn't win as many as us, and it may give us a slight advantage. The bookies have got us as firm favourites, nearly odds on to win. I don't think it's quite like that in the playoffs. It's about who shows up and has got the bottle to execute the best performance. I think if Sheffield United players turn up and 3 or 4 of our better players all play well, I think we'll have the slot. But you know, you do never know on a one-off occasion. Football's a funny old game, and Wilder's talked a lot about the thing that's happened with Newcastle and Crystal Palace, and said, look, it can happen for other teams, and I get that. I do, but by the same token, and I don't want to put the fear of God into anybody, but by the same notion, it means that Man City, who were certainly the favourites for that game against Crystal Palace this weekend, didn't win, and we are the favourites. So it's kind of like it does. I think it goes to show on a one-off occasion, teams can win. Greece won the European Cup in our lifetime. Can you believe that? Won the European trophy. I still think about that and think, wow, how did that even happen? But you just never know in football, and that is why it's got. P45. Crikey. 9 minutes in. Cheers, Jim. Thanks a million. Have I got 1 like at the minute? Is that 1 thumbs up I've got? Oh, my days. That is not good. Jimmy will not be happy. Almost sacked already. Jack laughing at that. Very good. Don't laugh at him. It just encourages him. He's terrible. Right. Part 1 of Mountain Takeover. Here we go. Oh, sock it. There we go. I don't know, mate. Well, I'm not sure. Up the blades. Up the Man Mountain. Oh, thank you very much. I'll think it's Man Mountain. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I know I was late. It was my fault, and hopefully I didn't lose too many of the viewers with it. Throwing you under the bus, Jimmy. That's right. Yeah, sabotage for my new channel that I'm starting. Just joking, Jim. Don't cry. No, only joking. No, I'm not trying to throw it under the bus. I promise. Happy birthday, Ronnie. Big present on Saturday. Jack, you have no idea. You have no idea how how happy I will be if my lad gets to go to Wembley for the first time and sees Sheffield United win a football match, because actually I have such vivid memories of every defeat. It is insane. Going all the way back to, I think Crystal Palace was the first one. David Hopkin, last minute. That was the Fjortoft team. Oh my days. We were so poor on the day. We couldn't hit a barn door, and then he smashes one in from about 25 yards. Goodness me. That memory of being on that train back, and I said this bit earlier, walking out, just feeling just completely dejected, and the two poor Palace fans talking to the Unitedites saying, "Oh, I thought Sheffield United did a very good job there. Yes, so I agree, they deserve better." And this guy just turned around and looked at him and went, "You're all right, lads, just keep your mouth shut." And they did, and it was funny, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Those feelings you just can't get rid of. I did actually have tears at one of them, rather ridiculously. I don't think I would do nowadays. Hopefully I'm a bit too long in the tooth for all that malarkey, as I appreciate, and that football is a game, and it's a very important game, and it's very important to us, but it's not worth the tears, guys. It's worth the passion and the love of it, but it's not worth the upset, guys. Even if it doesn't go our way, I'll be looking forward to next season no matter what. So yeah, just maybe experience gives you a bit of that. Even old top man, my mountain, cheers, Bri. Thank you very much for your support there. David, happy birthday, Ronnie. Yeah, he said he might drop in a sec. I don't know if he will. He's getting a bit nervous in his old age. 11. Hey up, Paul. Ignore Jimmy and crack on. Happy birthday, Ronnie. Thank you very much. Up the blades, up the ramble, up behind the ramble. Like and subscribe. Crikey, yeah. There's so many of them now, isn't there? Happy birthday to Ronnie, spelt interestingly there, Raymond. Very good. Happy birthday, Ronnie. There you go, correct spelling, Lindsay. You can do the scribing for us. Leeds fan here. Hi, David. Hope you're well. I wonder what it's like sat there in your ivory tower watching as we all panic and get ourselves in our knickers in a twist. Yeah, it's we know that Leeds suffer as well in the playoffs, so you probably know how we feel a little bit. But yeah, we are feeling it at the minute, and I'm sure we will be all the way up to kickoff. Hello, Luke Knight. Evening, Man Mountain. Looking forward to Saturday. Weirdly, see you all in Box Park before the game. Definitely will. Yep, we've got 25 tickets to print off. Evening, Man Mountain and chat. Evening, Lucas. How are you, pal? All the so-called experts are wanting Sunderland to go up. Hope we can really upset them. I know. People get upset. I know they do. And Don Goodman, I mean, crikey, he doesn't do himself any favours, I know, but he does not like us. He's a Wolves man, isn't he? He's from the Wolves days, and he is not a fan. Neither is Hinchcliffe for obvious reasons. But yeah, I think it's difficult. I think that what someone said to me, who is neutral, and I said, well, I'm a Blades fan. He goes, well, I'll support the Blades on the account that you're a Blade, but it'd be more interesting if Sunderland went up. And I asked him why, and he said, well, I remember when they had a really good team with Kevin Phillips and Niall Quinn, and they had that, and they've got a lot of supporters. And I said, yeah, we've got a lot of supporters as well. And he goes, yeah, but when Sheffield United have been up, they had that really good season. And after that, they've just really, really struggled. And I don't think they're going to do it. And I don't think they'd add anything to the Premier League. And I think that's a little bit of a stigma that's hanging around with us now, is that we had that really poor season. It was a bit of a dead rubber. Most games seemed to be a dead rubber. We weren't in any of the games. And it did sort of, he used the term stinking the place out every week, and it kind of was a little bit like that. And I see why neutrals might be wanting Sunderland as a bit of a change from the norm, because we're kind of regarded as one of those yo-yo clubs now. To us and to me, I couldn't care less. Do you know what I mean? It's sometimes it's good to be the pantomime villain. Sometimes it's good to be the people that not everybody's harping over to go up. I think that we deserve to go up. But in this game, what does that count for? It doesn't count for too much, in my opinion. So yeah, it's a real toss a coin scenario. But I do still believe we have got magic in a few of our lads' boots to take us all the way. Throw Paul a like, please, everybody. Yeah, I'm on 2. I think two thumbs up at the minute. Oh my gosh, feels like the season has ended. Then we have to come back to play essentially a cup final. The wait feels forever. Yeah, you're not wrong, Deef. It does feel forever. This week, again, like I said, 3 or 4 days felt like an eternity. So yeah, I know what you're saying. But it's right there. There's no bigger cliffhanger in the world than the playoff final. It is so engrossing. It is so nerve-wracking. But what you've got to try and do, what you have to try and do, is enjoy it. Even if we go one down, we can't sit there sulking and thinking, "Oh no, this is it," because we know this team knows how to see games out and knows how to scrape victories as well. So yeah, it's something that we need to manage ourselves a little bit, Blades, and we just need to remember that Wilder said it. When we're singing, when we're loud, we can make a difference, and we've got to remember that that's the only difference we can make. If we sit there silent, we're not making any difference. If we sing and we shout and we show our passion, the players will feel that. The players will definitely feel that, and that's the only thing we can add to this occasion. Other than that, it's down to the players having some bottle, executing the things that they know that they can do, and being brave enough to play. Because at Wembley, teams have gone under before, under the pressure of what that game means and what that game is. They haven't got to do that. They've got to play the game that's in front of them. And if they do that and they play like they have played or can play, I'll say have played, can play, then we've got a fantastic chance of winning this game. And the only thing that we can add as fans, the only thing, is the noise. That is all we can do. Yeah, that's everything we can do. And I had a really proud moment at Wembley that was a bit pertinent for me and my boy. When we lost to Manchester City, and I think it was the second or the third goal went in, and the players were trying to, keep their heads up. Man City at the time were the best team in arguably the world at that point. Let's not exaggerate. Man City at that time were arguably the best team in the world. Them and maybe 2 or 3 others, right? And we were under pressure the whole game. The lads had worked the socks off, and the goal went in. And I think I can't remember if it was Ollie Mack. Someone turned round and pointed at the Blades fans, and every one of us, because the expectation was, it's Man City, we're here for a sing-song, basically. Everybody was up on their feet, chanting, screaming, and shouting, and he pointed straight up at the fans, and I was like, my heart was racing, because that is what it is to be a Blades fan. It's not about expecting victories. It's not about, we could all go and support Liverpool or somebody else. It's easy. You see, just go and buy a shirt. That's what the kids at school do. And then they tell all their mates that's who they support. They've never been, but they do it. And you can do that if you want to. But being a Blade is about getting behind this team. Yeah. And as long as they give us, we want something to shout about on Saturday. We want to see the passion. We want to see some good football. That's not just passion. We want to see good football as well. And if we do, all we can add to that situation is the noise and the support. So bit of a rant there, guys. I'm a rambler for a reason. Okay, like and subscribe, share, peeps. Thank you very much. Good luck, Blades, from Leeds fan in Portugal. Oh, Math, privilege, mate. All the way over in Portugal, sunning yourself, sat there chilling out with your promotion under your belt. Happy days. Fair play to you, pal. David, Leeds fan here. Sheffield United will win 2-0. Peck and Sousa. Oh, very popular choice there on Peck to score. If Sousa plays well, cutting out their press, Blades will. Oh, David, I'll see if I can find your next one. And I can't. Sorry, David. Can't see it, mate. We'll crack on with that, David, if you add something else. Evening, Paul. Nervous, looking forward to a day at Wembley. We need to remember where we were at the beginning of the season, what our expectations were, and what we've actually achieved. Well done. Lovely picture, Lee. I love that, mate. Nice one. Well done, Lee. Finals make me rather ill. Oh, yeah, cheers. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we've all been there this week. We've had that little, thinking about what could happen in this game. No age that 22. Condolences to his family and friends. Indeed, yeah. Okay. Bri, you were absolutely right, and yeah, like Wilder has said about George, I would like to think the players are aware, and I would like to think that there'll be some dedication to this particular situation. I really do, but again, we can't get ourselves. He said, I think Wilder said, what did he say about George? That I want them to do it. And George is with us, but it's not the end of the universe if it doesn't work out the way we want it to. And I just want the Blades fans as well to remember that. But I am a lucky man, a very lucky man, because I have invited a colleague of mine, a colleague. Yes, that's right. We are work colleagues now, isn't it? That's right, Dave. You know what I'm talking about. So we are colleagues on the Blades Ramble, and I would like to invite my friend to say hello.
David knows, he really knows where the wind, I know whispers blow. Smelly break, he's in the know. David knows, steals the show.
Hello!
Hello, David. How are you, my friend?
I was really nervous until I just listened to your last long comment, and now I'm buzzing.
Last long comment, right?
About making the noise and about Ollie Mack pointing to the crowd, and I'm back.
Do you remember?
On the, oh yeah, it's unreal. It's a great.
So, Dave,
I've had two trips to Wembley to watch United. That was the second one. The first was the Hull game. And both I've walked away super proud. And I think that it'll be much the same on Saturday, whatever happens. Once the disappointment's passed, if it goes badly, I think we'll just be proud as punch of them.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I think like Lee just said so articulately, is if we review where we were at the start of the season and the team that we had, it reminded me of going into that Premier League season, you know, when we were like Wilder talks about us being undercooked with having sold Njai. Oh, there you go, Dave. That's good, mate. And Berger. When we went up and I looked at that first team and it was Palace, weren't it, at home in that first game of the season. And I just thought, oh my days, this is going to be a long, long season. And it was at that point. And the one thing that really makes me hopeful about this situation is that when we've gone up before, about 2 or 3 of our better players have been loan players like Dean Henderson, and we've had guys in the team who don't belong to us, who we are fairly sure we're going to lose at some point. And this time, we've got, I think, the best part of our team we own, and we have time to good contracts. And it feels like even if it doesn't go the way we want to go, which is obviously straight to the Premier League, even if that's the case, then we're going to be all right, because we've got lots of saleable assets. We've got loads of good players that we can hang on to if we go up and build around. Yes, we're not in any denial there. We need a lot of players if we go up to strengthen our squad. I still believe there's 5 or 6 that will be able to hang tough in the Premier League and not expose us as what a bottom 3 team is, which frankly has been easy prey for a lot of the other teams, basically. And I think that we've got players who could raise their game to that level. I do think obviously we'd need quite a few, but I just feel like we're in a better place. I think we're a better team now, even after such a quick put together. Let's get all these guys together and let's get them going. And I think and having a good goalkeeper, my goodness, what a difference that makes. Do you know what I mean? I used to enter, I think, for about 3 years as a Blade after Henderson left. I've just felt like no matter what we do, no matter how well we play, the back door is always open. Do you know what I'm saying? And in this scenario, I think we could go and lose the battle, as in the game, as in we might concede more chances, we might not play as well, but as long as we've got Michael Cooper in the sticks, we could still win. And I think that's been the theme this season, where we haven't played particularly well, but we can hang around in matches. And then at the end, we have got the individual quality to win those games. And I think there's a bit of a narrative for this season.
He's the first keeper since Hendo that you don't have a heart attack when they pass back to him. You're just like, it's going to be all right. All right, we've had a few stray passes here and there, but sometimes in the last couple of seasons, you thought, oh God, don't pass it back. No,
it's not the pass back that worries me too much. It's the fact that he can save you. When things aren't, he can save you. And I think there's way more to it than that as well, because it gives the other team that feeling. Now I've played football, and I've been lucky enough to play against some really, really top players in my time. Not at the level that I've had, but because I've played like matches against like Leicester City legends, so Matt Elliott and all that crowd, if you remember from the 90s and stuff.
Yeah.
And the goalkeeper, I remember. I can't remember his name now. I don't remember him when he was playing, but I can't remember. His name escapes me. Well, I was playing in that game, and I must have had 5 or 6 shots against him. So I'd managed to get the ball out my feet, and I tinged one. And there was a couple that I thought, well, that's going to work. He just tips it around the corner like it's nothing. And you go in psychologically, bullies the opposition to think that they've got to play against that keeper, because they know to score against him, they've got to smash it, and it's got to be in the corner, or it's got to be point blank range, and it changes the whole way the other team plays against you. And if you've got a weak keeper, they'll shoot, they'll take speculative efforts, they don't even have to get it right in the can't and they know it. Do you know what I mean? And then it grows confidence. There's nothing worse than coming up against a red hot keeper you just can't seem to beat. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of what we've got, and that is an edge that we have. And looking at some of the things that have happened to Sunderland in matches in recent times, they have really struggled with that last bit.
Yeah,
that little bit. So they've played well. They've made more chances. They've dominated games. So that really poor run of form that they had. I was listening to Statman Dave. Yeah, that's right. Statman Dave, was it Dave? Statman. Anyway, I forgot his first name. So yeah, Statman Jack. Of course, it's Jack. Yeah, Statman Jack. I was just having a little listen to him before, and he was talking about the stats from Sunderland matches, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. So they've got into lots of good positions, but they haven't been able to finish it off. And that with Michael Cooper in goal, they'll be thinking, I've got to get this in the corner. I think he'd have saved a couple of the ones that went in against Coventry as well. I think he might have saved certainly Isidor's, the one that is shaped in the corner. I felt like that might not have gone in if Cooper was there. Anyway, Dave, I'm just going to try and grab through some comments because there's loads just felt up. Sunderland are there for the taking. I couldn't agree less or more. It's so hard to say, mate. I don't know if they are. It feels like they are, but we just can't tell.
I think you can't think like that, though. I think it's you're setting yourself up for a fall if you think like that.
I think that's
we're good. We're very good.
Please, I Paul duty and thought. Okay, my brother can't go to Wembley. Can you anyway let us know where the best pub to watch the game is? Best pub, whereabouts, Michael? If you let us know what at Wembley. If it's Wembley, there's a list. There was a list put on the group, weren't there, Dave? Do you want to try and find it on your phone? That'd be great.
I can't.
Sorry, there you go. Well, this is easy now. Because I went to Panenka. Okay, not just because they sponsor the Ramble through Selena Bar, which they do, but there is at least 15 or 20 screens downstairs in Panenka. It is you literally can't look sideways for not seeing a screen in there, and it's a really
after the game as well. So I think once you're in there for it,
I think you'll find as well, it's a bit of a Blades pub as well. There'll be loads of Blades in there to go and talk to and stuff like that as well. So yeah, Michael, that is the place to go. Get yourself to Panenka. You will not regret it. It is one hell of a place. James, we're winning. Yeah, we might be. Yes, Paul, live from... Oh, here we go. Sonny, what a man. Here he is, my guy. Oh, dude, look at that. Great photo as well. Thank you, Sonny. What a tribute and what a guy he is as well. Live from the mountain, getting nervous, but underneath the nerves is a comfortable 2-1 win for the Blades. Sonny, please. Hope to see you down there, pal. Say that again.
2-1. Is that comfortable, 2-1?
Dave, what part of Saturday are you hoping is going to be comfortable, mate? What part of it?
The final boat ride home.
The drive home. Again, I drove home from Cardiff, and my missus drove me because I'd had a few pints, and it was a very quiet car, that's for sure. 8 playoffs, 6 FA Cup semis, 2 League Cup finals, aren't winners the plays we don't win, we are bottle jobs. And say, oh, okay, don't give it that, mate. We can't have that. Not today. Not today. Jimmy, I just spat orange all over the place. Lol. Yeah, cheers, Bri. Like that, I told you, stop laughing at him, Bri. He's not funny. 21 likes currently, Paul. Okay. Yeah, not great. Oh, 21. Sorry, mate. I can see two thumbs up on my screen. So, yeah, some more would be great. Any more for any more. Yeah, that's one of them. Oh, it does. Yeah, well done, Dave. He knows the drill. Okay, if you've lost 16 games in a row, you wouldn't expect to win the 17th.
Stop sometime.
Yeah, I know. I don't know about. Look, the proof in the pie will be Labrie. Will it work? Will this down in tools when you realise you can't get automatic and you know you're in the playoffs? I don't know. It's so hard to know, isn't it? I think notoriously it's been form, but none of the teams going into the playoffs have had even decent form by their own standards in the season. So it's really difficult to call. They have just beaten Coventry. I watched those games. What's the feeling, Blades? Are we fearful on what we've seen? There's a few players in there that obviously have quality. In Lafay, I like him. I like him a lot, and they've obviously got a lot of pace in Isidore and Mayenda as well. Riggs a good lad. There's good players in there. Ballard, who we really like, who I wouldn't necessarily say no to if it went our way and not theirs. I know there's already the vultures circling from other fan bases. Leeds United, I've heard a few of you chatting about Cooper and Hamer. Just keep your wallets in your pocket for now, guys, please. Thank you very much. Do you think it's better to start Cannon or Campbell next to Moore? Campbell is obviously better, but Cannon looked more assured to me in the second leg. I think in a game like this game, I personally believe it has to be Tyrese Campbell, simply because over the course of a season, he has been our top marksman. I don't think there's any denying that at all. I think he is the danger man. I think he gives us a pace threat that changes the mindset of the centre backs. So I think when you don't have that pace threat in behind, they can push up. They can thing about centre halves is they love a 50-50. They love a duel. They love a 1v1 when they can get touch tight. When they're not too scared that you're going to roll them and you're in behind, because that's the thing they hate the most. And I think that Tyrese Campbell will change the way they play, and I think, but they will make them drop off potentially as far as back to the 18-yard box at times, and I think that only creates a bit of space for the players like Hamer and O'Hare and guys who are the technicians who can do things on the edge of the box, little 1-2s, etc. It creates space for them. So for me, tactically, it would be Campbell. I think Cannon has got a bit of pace, but I don't think he's quite got the electric pace to run away from people. I think he can get on the end of things, but I don't think his running certainly not as clever as Campbell. So for me, we've got to go with what we know, and we'll go with our top scorer, is my opinion. Dave, do you agree?
I do. I think the way we're going to beat them is the clever, intricate little stuff rather than, lumping it past the midfield like we've done, did against Bristol, which was obviously, for me, was the game plan. I think we're going to do it in a different way. And I think Campbell, you're right, just stretches them in a different way. So, yeah, he's got to start for me.
He does. And again, I don't want to stop the flow, Dave, but I haven't mentioned the sponsors yet. I don't know if you know what happened at the start, bit of a car crash. The link to this stream, Jimmy had added all these other ones that he was going to put on there, and I couldn't find it. And I was ringing him, going, Jimmy, where is it? And he wasn't picking up. And then lastminute.com, he told me where I might find it. So I was a few minutes late, and I got a bit of a telling off from a few of the Ramblers. But you can see some of our sponsors at the bottom there. My Business Group, formerly Action Coach Sheffield. If you're a growing business and you need support to continue that growth, please look up My Business Group. They have been tremendously supportive of the Ramble, and Jimmy swears by them. We all swear by them because they've given us this great thing that we're all part of now. V&B Auto Centres at Handsworth, they are offering 50% on their MOTs, a £15 MOT. If you mention you're a Rambler, 15. I've never heard anything like it. 15 quid for Amity. I pay 45 for mine, and I'm gutted. I'm almost tempted to drive an hour and a half to go to B&B to make sure they're looking after me. So that's where I am with that. But it's an amazing deal. Wellstone Landscapes. If you're planning that project outside, they're the guys to speak to. 10% off your quote if you mention you're a Rambler, looking after the Ramblers as well. High Point Access, always been there a long time for us now. High Point Access, and they're good lads for all your working at heights needs. And then Match Bingo, which me and Dave have had a few goes on. I still haven't won yet. Have you, Dave? Have you won anything yet?
I don't win anything, mate. To be fair,
mate, I was one away, and it was something like a shot off target. I was like this close, and then it goes, "Whee!" And I'm like, "Is that me?"
Is that the Birmingham game?
No, it was a different one. It was a different one. It was literally one shot off target, and I was like, "That must be me." And it made this giant noise. I got all excited, and then no such luck. But anyway, there we go. Okay, we've had this, haven't we, David? Sorry, mate. Yeah, well done, David. Yeah, it's good to see some not so biased comments there. Cheers, David. Apologies to Ronnie. I blame my age.
Oh, happy birthday, Ronnie. I forgot to say.
Yeah, that's right. James, we'll get rid of that one. But yes, I do agree with you, James. I do. Just on the language. Let's be careful. Family show. Okay, Deborah Webster, not David. Thankfully. I'm Martin. I'll be singing loud and proud on Saturday. Like and subscribe. Good for you, Deborah. That's good, mate. We'll all be with you. People forget how Sunderland stunk the Prem out for about 15 years. Yeah, I know they do, Dave. But they did have Kev Phillips was a top player, wasn't he? Do you remember him?
Yeah.
What a finisher he was, by the way.
I don't mind him. Obviously, do on Saturday, but just in general, they are a big club, and the
loyal fan base, mate. Big club,
they seem like a good bunch. So I've no problems with Sunderland.
Yeah, they have suffered as well. I've always got sympathy for clubs that suffer, some downs and roundabouts like the Blades. So yeah, I am with you a bit on that. Don Goodman is biased. He played 100 games for Sunderland. Never going to give the Blades a nod. No, he's not. But who cares? I mean, the satisfaction surely, Lee, is if we do it, just going, oh yeah. All right, Don. How's it going, Big Don? Best of luck in the Championship doing your commentary next year. Well done. What would Sunderland add to the Premier League? Would probably just do the same as we might. I think it's quite exciting for us because we have no idea. We had no idea about Tom Cannon for 10 million quid, which was obviously, come on, we'll add another goal scorer into the mixer for us.
What did Jimmy say?
What did he say?
What did he say? There's no way we're signing Tom Cannon.
I think he did say that, and I think I had a row with him on Marty Blade saying that we have no idea, do we? We have not got a clue what these guys are planning to do. And they know, and we know, that if they don't go and chuck something at it, then we'll be back down again. And the only way that these guys will ever get a good return on investment is if we stay there, if we go and establish ourselves. And if you look at some of the clubs that have, I was speaking earlier on in the stream, Dave, about Aston Villa and where they were a few seasons ago. I know Villa are notorious, a really big club from and have a really rich history. I love watching them when I was growing up, watching Dean Saunders and Dalian Atkinson and the like in that team in the 90s. But I also they were in a bit of a mess, and the sliding doors moment with Notts Forest. People were very critical of Notts Forest. They were very lucky. They were a stud away from losing to us, and probably should have done in that second leg down at the City Ground. And now look where they are, and it's like. I still believe it can be done, but again, it does get harder and harder the more you're out of it. So, like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Yeah, go for it. Basically, it comes down to the best on the day. Steve, this is where I am, mate. This is exactly where my brain is at the minute. We've just got to go and give it a good go. Again, we have got quality. We have got weapons. They've got weapons. It's we're third and fourth in the division for a reason. It's going to be a shootout, and it's going to be good. We got to try and enjoy it. It's not sit there shaking in our boots all game. You definitely deserve to go up. I would scrap the playoffs. Never like them. Well, we hate them because we can't win them. I think that's the narrative, isn't it? They've provided us with a lot of heartache over the years. So yeah, we're kind of with you, but it's going to be a hell of a game. And if we go up on Saturday, we'll tell you how much we like them or we don't after
So
Saturday.
you wonder, if there was a playoff for the third place to get relegated from the Premier League, that might be an interesting little playoff.
But we've flirted with these things because United have lost one of them, haven't they, before?
Yeah,
they've lost the playoff to go down before.
You could have easily seen United in the Championship.
So scrap 4, 5, and 6 and play third against third bottom in the Prem. Is that what you're saying?
You could do that, or you could do I don't know, third bottom and fourth bottom, or do like a mini playoff at the bottom of the Prem, like for the 4 teams other than the bottom 2 or something. Might just give teams who go up a bit more of a chance to stay up.
Yeah. I think
I'd hate it if we went up for it.
I reckon that if you've got owners, and I think Newcastle are being, I think they're being treated a little bit like they've won the lottery or something, and there's this rich club that all these teams are in, and they're like, oh, what can we introduce to make sure they can't come in here, sort of thing. It's kind of the financial fair play heavily favours certain teams and certainly hinders the richest team of all, which is Newcastle. Doesn't seem to affect teams like Chelsea, who have spent an inordinate amount of money. And I don't know. It's probably a different debate, but I feel like if you're going up, to be restricted in that way, because teams that are already up have established Prem teams, and you need to start from scratch. Surely there should be some mitigation for that for the teams going up, particularly the ones. Yeah, particularly the ones that are going up, because the Premier League needs to protect its product, in my opinion. And this is a different debate, and I don't want to go off on a tangent. If the top three in the Championship go, or the top 2 plus 1 go up from the Championship, and the 3 go down, and it becomes this thing where there's a cycle of 7 or 8 teams, us included, who are just doing this, that. As from a Premier League perspective and a worldwide product that it is, it becomes less competitive. They might as well just shut the shop off, shouldn't they? Like the Americans do, and go, this is the league, these are the teams, crack on. And I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's the whole point of football is that you're up and you're down. Look at some of the teams that were in the Premier League in the 90s. Look at some of the teams that are in the Premier League now that weren't. Yeah. Look at the teams like Brighton, Bournemouth. These are minnows. These are small clubs. Brentford. I went to see Brentford not that long ago playing League 1 or League 2, I think it was, when I lived in London. It's amazing how far they've come. I get it, and they've done a great job. But we've got to give those teams a chance to bridge the gap. You'll have a much better product, in my opinion. Okay,
agree.
John, you are right, pal. Oh, thank you. I never get bored of hearing that. We play on the right side, and our big players turn up, and we win 2-0. We are a better side than them. We push early, and they bottle it. Can't wait. Right? Like your confidence, mate. And yeah, I'm not that confident, but I'm not. I'm trying to be a bit middling in my old age. Always had a soft spot for the Blades. Thank you very much, Matt. Very kind. 51 likes currently, Paul. Yeah, Lee, thank you for reminding everybody to like it, please. Jimmy won't be happy with me if I don't get more than that. Sunderland until I die. Yeah, Keith, I don't mind that, mate. Yeah, don't mind that. Dave the Nose Top Man. Look at Dave with his fans. Oh, Bry's. Yeah, I thought he was on my team, but no, me and Dave are definitely going to be.
It's fine. We know we're not in competition.
It's not a contest, is it, Dave? It's not a contest. No. Don't worry, I built a time machine. If we lose him, reloading it like Football Manager. Good idea, Deef. I like that, mate. But there's no going back. Like a proud younger brother watching you two. Younger brother.
He is an old. He is annoyingly.
Oh yeah. All right. That room is absolutely gone. That okay, Jimmy, laughing at him. Don't laugh at him. I told you, Bri. Was it Ben Osborne and Bash at centre mid against Palace?
It was certainly Bash, weren't it? I'm not.
Yeah.
Other one, right? No.
And a bit of context to that as well. Bash had played the previous 2-3 seasons at centre half, hadn't he? So yeah, it was like Bash, go in there because you can run a lot. that was literally what it was, weren't it? And Ozzy, to be fair, that's exactly what he could do, weren't it? So Jimmy having a proud weird uncle moment. Yeah, he has a few of them. He's a bit odd. Come on, Sheffield United. You will win. It'll be absolutely amazing to have the Blades in the Prem with my Leeds. Ooh, my Leeds. Brothers together in the minefield of the Prem. Okay, Dave, I appreciate that, mate. Yes. Again, I've got a bit of a history with Leeds. I go to university in Leeds, and again, I said this last time, and I probably got the same lines for every one of these. But yeah, I used to live in Headingley, worked in the original Oak pub, was there when Leeds were doing really well. Went to a couple of games actually. Went to see him play AS Roma as well when I was younger. Harry Kewell and the like.
That was a team.
That was a hell of a team, wasn't it? And to think that the majority of that team got relegated is still beyond me, to be honest. They're the best. That is the best side ever to get relegated, I reckon. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
That and when Middlesbrough made the 2 cup finals and got relegated as well with Ravanelli and Juninho, didn't they? Do you remember?
And is that when they had Mendieta and?
Yes, they did have Geitzke and Mendieta, didn't they? Yeah, they had a hell of a team, didn't they? They had a right team, and somehow it just didn't work, did it?
Jamie Dumpling, he was a central midfielder who was quite good.
He was. Who was the big Brazilian with the big afro? What was his name? Can you remember him? Anderson or something. Was it Anderson? Quality Man Mountain. I hope Jimmy got you on a long contract. Something like that. The prospects, if we go up potentially, Dominic Calvert-Lewin wanting to join up with his old mate TD.
Tom Davis.
Tom Davis. DCL needs to stay fit. That's his problem, isn't it?
You don't need another gamble on a fitness.
No, I'm not sure if we need a croc. Although we say that, we've got a striker in Tyrese Campbell who was very injury prone before he.
I think we just don't need another gamble.
Okay, mate. I'm sure we'd turn down Calvert-Lewin if he became available. Yeah. Good afternoon, fellas. Keep smashing it. Jimmy will be proud. A few more for you, boys. Cheers, David. Thank you, mate. Hope to meet up with you lads on Saturday. You certainly will, LA Blades. You certainly will in the box park. Question, lads. Do you prefer 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1? David? I'm asking you.
What did you say?
The question, Sonny, directing us with a great question. What do you think?
I would prefer 4-2-3-1 if we actually had proper wingers.
I think that right midfield position, it's been an issue, hasn't it? I don't think we found a. I think obviously Hamer fills that left hand side. I think that. It's hard because we've got guys with potential who on their day are fabulous in Brooks and Jez, and we've got the experience and the know-how and the goal scorer and a BBD as an option. I saw your team, Dave. I saw your team, and you went with Brewster on the right, didn't you? Who'd you go with on the right? Sorry, go on.
I said BBD if he was fit because I think of the output and I think the experience and the pedigree. If not, I went with Brooks based on current form, how he's been over the last few games and his energy.
Okay, here's my question. We're gonna have a debate on this one.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh dear. So I'm gonna get rid of Sonny's thing for a sec, right? So for me, if we had to name the form player in the Sheffield United squad, what name would you say?
Right now?
Right now. Who is our form player? Who is Flames at this point? Come on, Dave. Not all.
I thought Callum O'Hare would have been, but he don't fit into a 4-4-2. I think he's been mega.
Right. Okay, so hear me out then. So is there any notion in your brain that we crowbar him in on that right-hand side to drift in, similar to what Hamer's doing? So you almost play your two sort of, we're going to use a pivot, inverted. We got what terminology? You got Hamer who drifts in, you got Cal who drifts in on that side.
Yeah.
Have you got, has he got the stones to play Sariki so we can bomb down that right-hand side? And we play that way. and
I think
and
he's going
told.
to play Hamza. I think he will play Hamza for that experience and security. I like O'Hare popping up in those little pockets, being a nuisance, and I think restricting him to. I know Gus has been cutting inside, but I think if you have two of them just all over the place, it's just going to leave so much space down the wings, and they have got good players there. It's risky, and I'm too much of a pragmatist to go with that.
Too pragmatic to go with it.
To go with O'Hare.
I think based on how Sunderland go about it, so I think that Sunderland will try and go with a similar style to what they've played in the semi, and I think they will try and play on the counter because I think their main threat in open play comes from the pace on the transition. Yeah. And if that is the case, and they sit in deep with a low block, is there a case for O'Hare because the space is out wide, and what our wide men on the right need? That's what our wide men on the right need are spaces. BBD, I think you agree, is not suited to that position. And I think we've had a conversation before. I think he could be an amazing guy, someone to come off the bench for us in this game. Is there merit in putting Cal O'Hare in that little role, just on the right of central right, and obviously Hamer central left, and asking, and moving the team around to try and get him in there? Because honestly, he is our form player at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah. I've seen him a couple of times out there, and I'm just not. I'm not sold on it.
Well, I wouldn't put him out there. I think he'd be someone who joined in and narrowed off our team a lot. I think, like you say, it's an issue of width, and maybe Femi would be the man to go out there. That was my first thought, and Burrows to bomb on, and Vinny to drop, and to turn it into a 3, and then the 2 wides, and then he can join in and help Hamer through the middle. I just feel like that golden thread of our is O'Hare, Hamer, Campbell.
Do you know what? I'll throw something back at you. What if what if you dropped one of the front men based on that low block, and you ended up with a more of a flatter 3, maybe put Hamza into the middle, Hamer and O'Hare off the front man, and then play Femi at right back to bomb forward and Burrows to bomb forward. You've still got a bit of security through the middle. Those guys can break wide, and you allow Gus and O'Hare to just pop up wherever they want and just cause them headaches of we don't know where they're going to be.
So does that mean you drop more on that one?
Possibly so. They're going to play that low block, otherwise they look pretty good in the air. Balls coming in as well. So does that negate what apart from his strength? I mean, he's got a load of strength, but he seems to end up on his backside quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
Does that, or is that something a bit different? If you want to show
we are playing Football Manager now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Basically, mate. I just think. I mean, I've advocated and I've called O'Hare a finisher in recent streams and things like that because I think he has the capability to come on and finish this game off for us. But he is flames at the minute. He is the man. And in a low block, he's the one. Little him and Hamer, they're the ones who are going to open the door. And it's like, and he's got the goals that he scored. I just feel like I think Wilder will have been agonising. I know he says he's got his team sorted and whatever, but it'll be a tricky one. And I was with you on Brewster. I thought Brewster would have been in the second leg based on the first leg performance, and he dropped him, didn't he? So I don't know if there is that loyalty to Brewster in terms of that, and it'll be intriguing because I think he's going to want the tactical battle with Labrie because I think Labrie thinks he's had one over Lampard in the semi, doesn't he? The way that he's speaking about, well, I thought about this and did this, and this is the way we played, and it was genius. And just look at me. It's like that, Wilder will want a piece of that, won't he? He'll want to well, if you're doing that, I'm doing this sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. So Sonny, I'm glad we could answer your question so succinctly and give you that clean cut, clear as day answer that we managed to get to there. Great question, Sonny. Thank you. If they play, how how they did against CARAVAN, we play how we did against Bristol, we win. However, in a one-off match, anything can happen. For me, we deserve simply for the points difference to do it. I agree, Brian, but it means FA, Football Association, on that particular day, unfortunately. That is the grim reality of what we face. That it doesn't count for anything. We've got to make sure that we are on it, like a carb on it. And that is not letting me show the comment. Sorry about that. What do we think of Jimmy's top yesterday? Oh, he wore his football. He wore his like replica old shirt, didn't he? Yeah, funny. No, it was good. It was good because he never wears stuff like that, and I don't want to dig him out for it. Yeah, he's he's got his own style, Jim, and some of it's pretty good and some of it isn't. So let's go. Paul, you were doing a great job. He'll love that. He'll be after me for that big time.
Yeah,
642. Yeah, good, Dean. Like that, mate. Let's get the extras on. That'll be the crowd, Dean. That'll be us. If we do win, which of the loanees would you hold on to? Do you think there's some loanee clubs won't sell us? Do I think that anybody's dug up enough trees this season for the parent club to say absolutely not for sale? No, I don't think there is. Of the ones that we've seen this season, Suter is the one that I would say when he returns to fitness. He came back to the lane following his injury, didn't he? And got announced and had a little clap with the fans. And I said at that point, I think they might be lining him up for when he's fit again. The thing with that is, I think the Leicester defenders are absolutely awful, and I think he walks into that team in the Championship for Leicester. So yeah, he might be one that we would go back for, in my opinion. But they may say this is the bill, and it might be too rich potentially. Dave?
I'm concerned with Suter that he'd be back in time for the start of the season. I think he needs to be close to training again for me to get a pre-season in him. Otherwise, I wouldn't go there. Unfortunately, as good as he was, I just wouldn't want to gamble. I like Hamza. I do like Hamza as that right back option.
Would you have him as a right back in the Prem? As him and Femi dovetail?
I think it depends on the price, because I think it could potentially solve a bit of a problem where we need to recruit elsewhere. We need the money to recruit elsewhere. I think if the deal's right, I don't think it's a bad deal, and he is he can play centre mid. He's played in the Prem. He might not pull up any trees, but he might be solid.
Okay.
And if we come down again, we know he's good at this level in that position. So I think if the money's right, I think it's relatively low risk.
Oh, Dave, I think for me, you need, if you're going to keep Femi Sariki, which I think we will, because of the potential on him, is Hamza going to be your go-to man in the Premier League? Because if he is, do you think that works if you're trying to build a team to survive? I don't want to dig out Hamza. I like Hamza, okay, at this level, and I think he's done really well. I think he's been way better at right back than he has at centre mid, personally, because I think the ball, it suits him a little bit more at right back with the game in front of him, and he's quite solid. But I would have reservations of having Hamza Chowdhury as my go-to right back with a young player like Sariki as backup. For me, if we stay in the Championship, mate, if we don't get promoted, I'd go and get him myself. I think he's quality at this level. I do, but Premier League different.
On the assumption that we don't lose anybody apart from the loan players, we need 2 centre halves, because we've tried to survive with 3 and one's barely played and goes back, so we need 2. We need at least 1 right winger, and that's just. And we need our right back, and I'd argue we probably need a more experienced left back as cover for Burrows.
And a striker and a centre mid.
Right.
We need a lot of stuff, mate. We do.
Right. So my point with Hamza is that we need a lot of players, and there's going to be positions where we're going to have to fork out a lot more money than we would do to just kind of go, do you know what? I think he's possibly solid enough, got Premier League experience, knows the club, we know him, to just go, if the money's right, it's all about what the deal is. If the deal's expensive, no. But if the deal's good and favourable, I think it's a sensible signing.
Would you take Kyle Walker if he was available?
Yes.
See you later, Hamza. Right, anyway, I'd love to play 6-4-2. Yeah, Sonny, nice one. Ruth, trying to view this as just another game, but must admit the nerves are creeping in, and so they will, and they should, and they will do. Here we go. Sonny Keys, 7:30. Sonny Keys. Okay. That's where he's going to watch the game. Just a one-off match, and the Blades do well in the playoffs, but good luck. Cheers, Paul. Thanks for that. The promoted teams gets 170 million. That's what helps them. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. But when other squads are worth 500 million and yours is worth 100 million, it's playing catch up is a tricky old game, as we know. Even all, has Jimmy brought in the professionals?
He tried, but he's had to settle for us.
Yeah, he's had to settle for us. Yeah. Not so professional at the start. Big girls really do cry. But yes, we're cooking now. We're going, and we've been going an hour. Gosh. 79 likes, but 181 watching on YouTube. That's gone up, mate. That's gone up. Give a like to the Ramblers. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Lee. Sorry, I'm late, gents. Hope all is well. Gaz done. The man in the know when it comes to the decision making. Okay, like and subscribe, share, peeps. Skyblade, a different feeling this time than in the past. I agree. We're happy just to get to Wembley. This time we are focused, not just getting to Wembley, but getting promotion. Skyblade, you are correct. Well done. Yeah, you're right. Sunderland rode a wave in the playoff. We're ready to surf the big one. Paul Dahmer was in the Oak earlier. Top man. Yeah, loads of memories from that place. If our best players turn up and perform like they can, we will win. It is as simple as that. JD, I wish it was, mate. I wish it was. Braxton Musto, it's our time this Saturday. 10th time of asking in 100 years. The curse has to be broken. It has to break. And I'm just hoping. Look at York. Yeah, it's a nice city. It's a nice place to look at, York. Yeah, we always worry about other teams. Bet Sunderland are very worried. We are a top side and proved it. Let's all believe we are gonna win. Come on, you red and white Wizards! Thanks, John. Maguire, Walker, and DCL back at the lane when we get promoted. Oh, Dad's army, get them all back, get them all in. We have Maguire. Yeah, of course we would. In a heartbeat. Yeah, of course we would.
Hi, Robbo.
Yep. I'm going to Park. What time will you be there? Jimmy. Oh, journey starts at 7 tomorrow. Just a cool day and a half early.
Where are you coming from, Sky?
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Sky, tell us more. The Isle of Skye, probably. Vinny.
Might be an informed player. Don't know how far behind you are.
Vinny's the informed player.
It might be. That's what might be what Gaz is saying.
Yeah, probably is. I think it's O'Hare, mate, just to prove my point. Not for me, Braxton, apart from Harry. All well past the best. Okay. I'm sure we wouldn't have him if they became available. Form player at present is Burrows. Okay, Lee. It's not a bad shout. Dominic Calvert is permanently injured. I'd have Maguire captain. Absolutely no chance, though. I don't know. We'll see, won't we? We shall see. How ambitious are these owners. Brooks has been poor. Runs down more blind alleys than me after 10 pints. Okay, Abs. Release the Brewdog, repay the 28 million transfer fee. It's Brewster's time. Okay.
A lot of calls for him in there to start, which fair enough.
Yeah, it's fair. It is fair because I thought he played really well in the playoffs when he was given the chance to do so. What about a 4-1-2-1, 2-1-2-1-2-1? It's a narrow formation, yes, and we surrender the width, but it fits in with Sousa, Peck, Hamer, box to box. O'Hare. Yeah, it's a bit of a conundrum, Scott. I'm not against it. I just feel like it's that old case. It's like the England team, isn't it? It's trying to get them all on the pitch at the same time, and that didn't really work, did it? So yeah, it's hard. It's hard because I still feel like Raksaki and Brooks on that right hand side, and even BBD. I think Brooks and Raksaki are more capable of something special in flashes than BBD, but BBD is a goal scorer, and I think he's got the bottle for Wembley. I think he's been around a bit longer.
He works hard as well. He does work hard. He does get back. I like him.
I do, and I think again, I agree with. I sort of proved a point from earlier, and I might be second guessing what I said earlier, but I think with BBD that if we are peppering and we've got a lot of possession, is a ball into the box and him arriving, and does he make another striker? Because I think he's the most likely to do that. I think part of our problem is when the ball does go wide. In the previous, before we had old Kiefer Moore back in the team, I think we looked a little bit like they get the ball wide, they do the little triangle that they do out wide. It looks great, doesn't it, at times? And then you look up and you look in the middle, and there's like one guy stood still, and you're like, who's going to score?
The left-footed cross from the edge of the area without when Hamer plays out there, because he likes to cut in, it'll go out there and there's no one there. So from the other side, BBD's the guy that's more likely to drift in at the back post. I like it.
Yeah, I do like it. I'm liking it more now. You say he works hard in defence.
I picked him, So
if 4-2-3-1, I drop. Hang on, Braxton, mate. Hang on. I drop Peck to the bench.
It's a big one.
I don't think you're going to get a lot of support. I feel what you're saying, but you cannot drop Peck in this game.
On the right. Did he just say Campbell on the right?
He's right. Cal's been a great sub. Having a great sub to change the game is a huge card up the sleeve. We have got a few cards up there. We have like Boise and Del Boy. We've got cards galore up there, haven't we, David? Would you agree? What does that bench look like?
So we could have what? Cannon, Holding, Tom Davis, Raksaki, Brooks, Brewster, O'Hare. I don't know. I'm running out of fingers. It's
where'd you get them aces from? Same place you got those kings. Do you remember that one? Oh my days. Oh, so many up the sleeve, Dave. O'Hare is our form player, but not at right mid. Brewster has looked solid out there. No way Chris Wilder plays Brooks or JRS, in my opinion. You might be right, Abs. I agree. 4-4-2 all day. What we've done recently. Yeah, we've had two very good performances. Hard to argue against. After BBD did so much damage play on the left in the Prem, why do you lads think Wilder hasn't played him on the left at all this year? I think it's a case of what we were saying, John, about the different players we've got and how they need to be deployed to get them on the pitch. I think Hamus has offered us a lot from the left. I think Hamer's natural position is through the middle and BBD's is down the left. BBD did play a few games early in the season, didn't he, Dave, on the left-hand side. And I don't think he was fully fit because he hadn't played for a while and he looked quite ineffective. He kept on going backwards.
Baby as well.
Say again?
Did his wife have a baby about the same time? Or am I dreaming that?
I'm not sure, Dave.
But he certainly wasn't fit. But yeah, to answer that question for me, it'd be two words, and that's Gus Hamer.
I think they was trying to crowbar O'Hare into the team, and Hamer. I think Hamer wants to play on the left. I think Wilder alluded to that at one point, didn't he? He said he wanted to be on the left-hand side. The issue O'Hare, Sariki shout, Paul, is that he will be defending on the right side. Keep the format that's been working. O'Hare on after an hour. It'd be a nightmare to pick up. Yeah, that's true. There is that inkling towards the form player. Can we utilize him for the full game? Probably. Anyway, I would go 4-5-1. Cooper saying Cooper. Yeah, need to say it. No, with Brooks, Peck, Souza, Hamer, with O'Hare in the 10 and more alone up front. Has that ever worked? has more work to learn up front. Oh, mate, this is why Wilder gets paid the big bucks, mate.
Do you know what, though? Since he's come back from that operation, playing with a partner, he has looked a different animal. And I think he looks like the player we all thought we were getting back at the start of the season.
I think he plays on Saturday, and I put a lot of wedge on it because of he's got experience. I think part of Saturday will be down to, I think that's the one thing that we have got in abundance compared to Sunderland, and might be the edge for us on Saturday, is the fact that we've got a lot of players who've been and done, played Premier League, played in big cup finals, played more international, played playoffs, that pressure cooker environment. You know, you've got to turn up, and you've got to not get overwhelmed by what's going on. And them being such a young side, again, we're guessing it might mean that they don't fear anything, and it's just another game. And it's great to be at Wembley, and I can't wait to get my Insta photo. And brilliant, that's how it is. But it might be the pressure when the fans go, and they will be going on Saturday. Yeah, there we go. No, I'm not saying it. I'm just flexing my hands. Then you got Cannon and Campbell to come on and go 4-4-2 if you need to. Correct, Matthew. You've alluded to it. The options. There he is, Ricky. How are you, pal? Just need to focus on being perfect. Sunderland are a monstrous challenge, but one I believe we are capable of if we sit back and invite them onto us, on to come at us. We lose. We need to command respect from them. Ricky, who's normally so vociferous and so like United, and you know he's recognizing the threat, and I appreciate that, mate. It's a good point, and you are correct. We need to establish ourselves in this game. I think we will. I think we'll dominate the ball. 100% agree with Dave regarding Hamza, as long as it's at a reasonable price. Signed as a right back, but does offer cover elsewhere. Sensible. That's right, Lee. He is sensible, and in the Premier League, he'd be probably too sensible for me personally. I think we need to. I think one thing about him is, in the Premier League, you have to be able to look after the ball, and that is where I think at times he's lacking. Dave?
No, I disagree. I'd sign him. Unless Kyle Walker's coming back.
Get after him. I know there's a lot of supporters like Hamza. I just don't know if he's Premier League. If we want to go up and stay up, I think he'd be good for our club. I think he works hard. I like him. He tackles. Yeah. Is he good enough for the Prem? That's my question.
Right, do we think Femi's ready yet for the Prem? So if you bought Hamza in, and then later in the window there was an option of somebody a bit more exciting in that position, would you take it and loan Femi out for a year to get a consistent season under his belt?
I think Femi's got something that
I agree
that you cannot buy in terms of.
But is he experienced enough to cope with being first choice in a Premier League team, or even second choice? Against those wingers, you've spoken many times about what Premier League wingers are like.
I have, but
different animal of a challenge.
But also, Dave, what I'm looking at is his art this season and his improvement this season, right? Because when you've got the tools, the physicality, the power that he has got, you can teach someone to defend properly. You can tell them what to do. His final product has gone from there to there, in my opinion. And he is a proper athlete and exactly the type of player that we need to turn into a Premier League player. There's lots of right backs in the Premier League that I'm thinking of over the years in a very similar mould, and like Nat Klein and players like that. Yeah. There's players like that who are powerful athletes, who are decent and have got better and better and better as their careers have gone along at doing the dirty work, if you want, the proper defending and the distances, getting that bit right. And his positioning as well. Also, what you want from your centre halves is, if you do get yourself a couple of proper centre halves, is talking him through that match, telling him what to do.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that makes a big difference as well. So there we go. We don't always agree, and
So then Hamza would be a good backup for him, wouldn't he?
mate, I just feel Hamza would be back up to our backups at some point, and that's where we are. For me, in the Prem, in the Championship, different. And I think he's been great, and I still like him. I'd sign BBD, even though he's not been great. Southampton wrecked him. He's only just turned 26, proven goal scorer. Yes, Deeth, I agree. I think there is some injury doubts about him long term. And again, that could come into the thinking of the manager if he's going to give a substantial fee, which it might require to get him through the door. I don't think this last part of the season will have done him any favours. If they're going to make us sign him for 10, 12, 15 million, I think they'll they might do. It might be what they're asking for. So you never know. No, I agree. I'm going Max Aarons at right back, only 25. People forgot how talented the boy is. Yeah, I like Max Aarons.
It went a bit weird from him, didn't he? Was he Norwich, wasn't he, at first? And he did look like he was going to go far, and then for whatever reason, maybe he's not ended up in the right place. But I always liked him when he was at Norwich. I always thought he was a good player.
Agreed. Yep. Kyle Walker, there you go. I'm with you, Party Blade. Jimmy Dunn, Harry Darling are great shouts, I think. I think they are good shouts. On freeze, they're great in the Championship. The question marks come if we go up, for me.
I wouldn't take both of them if we go
up. I like Jimmy Dunn for his. I think he's got a lot. There's a lot about him, and I don't dislike Darling, but Dunn would edge it for me. Great minds think alike, Dave. So there you go. There we go. I personally would take Holding at the right price. Mate, he's been kept out by Jackie.
Yeah, there's something that going on there, I'm afraid, for me.
Yeah, me too. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's happened. I don't see him signing, I'll be honest. No. I personally would take Holding at the right price. Oh, yeah, haven't seen much, but clearly committed, and Palace don't want him. Yeah, but he's been, there was a thing with Palace, weren't there? I think he's really good. I think he's done really well for us when he's come on. But if Jack's keeping him out of the team.
Will he want to come?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's been. I think he would have been. I don't know. It's hard to know what Wilder told him when he came here. I would have expected him to play more. Let's put it like that. Just like no one expects the Undertaker to lose at WrestleMania. Okay, I remember those days, mate, when I used to watch all that. Oh, Mr. V, Mr. V, as a pint. Look at this. Jimmy, get that wide across to Dave's account. Good evening, Paul and Dave. I've come to terms with starting two up front and Callum coming off the bench. Oh, well, if Mr. V's convinced, then that's it. We're all sold. I'm not thrilled about it. Whatever Chris Wilder decides is okay for me. Come on, you red and white wizards, up all the rambles. Mr. V, the most generous man on this stream, in this community. Incredible supporter of the channel. Thank you, Mr. Vancouver. Chris, you've got to come over. You've got to come over for the end of season party, which there may be more details about in the future. There's no spoilers, no spoilers. Just like no one expected. Oh, dearie me, am I doing that? Thanks for your generosity, Mr. V. It's all right, Brian, you're not getting any. Don't worry about it.
Sounds bright.
Oh, dear. 7 o'clock car to Inverness Airport. Whoa. 11:45 plane. Stay in Luton overnight. Okay, just be careful. Just be careful, mate. A pint in Luton. Just steady it on. Right, training to London. Of course, if you go on the plane, it'll be London Luton, won't it? That's what they call it. Sat back at 10. Yeah, I know. Imagine that. Hey, we just touched down in London town. Oh, it's Luton. Right. Home, late PM Sunday. Oh, mate, Skyblade. I knew it was, I've got the geography, Dave. You know what I'm saying? We know where Sky is. Right up there. Fair play to you, mate, making that kind of effort. Seeing that Weeds fan Connor back in Sunderland. Yeah. That's his prerogative. He'll do what he wants. We'll be watching later, Man Mountain. Thanks for the stream. Cheers, pal. Thank you, the Saint. What a man. Hey up, lads. Season tickets sorted today. Kirby, wow. 6:44. Sign of the times, my friend. Sign of the times. You'll be watching us v Man City in Liverpool and not Wrexham and Oxford. I know you picked the two biggest and the two smallest from each division there. That's I do get what you're saying, mate. It's you might want to be, but I'd take a 5-0 home win as opposed to a 5-0 home defeat. and you can figure out what that means. Top jobs, lads. Jim's passed his sell-by day. Oh, Jim. Jimmy will be on here in a minute. He's got the power to come on here, John. So don't fret there. I have no clue who RLB will start for us. Having Mundell back now, I'm not sure who will start, as him and Roberts have strains after the semis, but I would assume he will come on. Yeah, Mundell's a big player for you lot, isn't he? And I think he, is a potential difference maker. I think he might be a little bit undercooked. He might have 30 minutes in the legs, and we'll never know of extra time. I think there was something about Roberts, who I have always thought is a top player at this level. In honesty, I think he's been struggling recently with his chance creation and other things. I've heard and I've seen a little bit of it where his form's a little bit out, so it might have done you a little bit of a favour with him not being available, and because he'd be hard to drop, wouldn't he? Because he's had a good season. But yeah, it's right, left back. Who knows? We're guessing. I'd imagine Ballard's in for you because we have been incredibly impressed with him, and I can't see anything else but Mepham on the bench in that scenario. And 09 at centre half. Whoever we play, we must get behind them. No room for toxic support or Blaze. Roof, fair play. Best comment I've heard. That is absolutely true. We've got to be. The only difference we can make is be positive.
I'm not worried about that.
No, I don't. There he is, the son of the channel, Maury the Cop Blade. I do think we will win. We have a lot of quality on the pitch, but however, it will be a scrappy 2-1 win. Maury, I'll take it all day. No to Walker, too old. David Vinter, please. Only plays sideways and backwards. I think that's right. I think he was talking about the Platinum Ramblers there. We'll want big wages. No thanks. He'd take a substantial cut, I think, if he thought he only had a year or two left. I think he'd take a big cut. And I think he'd give a lot of our younger players a little bit of, we've got Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Big and strong and tall. We are going out here with a guy who's been, seen, done the lot. So
won the lot.
Done one, Dave. Done one. Yeah.
Wins.
Femi Siriki, I will think can be capable of stepping up to the Premier League.
I'm not saying he can't, but just to cover that off.
Dave, I think everyone's a bit tired of your anti-Femi banter, mate. I'll be honest. I think
everyone's just tired of you.
It needs to stop, mate.
You and your pint of vodka.
Pint of vodka. Why, I've got Dave. Have you got your T-shirt yet?
I haven't yet. No.
All right. Well, the days are disappearing, my friend. Oh yes. So Ramble merch, guys. So this is the Ramble T-shirt. We've got it in black and white. Support the Ramble on the day. Got a big motif on the back telling everyone to subscribe. We are going. Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? It's all right. Let me show you. I won't show you all of it, Dave. But
I'm glad you put your trousers on this time.
Yes, well, yeah, I can't. We're trying to be more professional around here, so that's pants on at this point. Right, so we've been on 1 hour 20. We're going to have to end this soon. Right. No to Kyle Walker, too old and sideways and back. Yeah, we've had that, David. We don't want that anymore. We have players who won League One playoff final. Sirkin, 09, Patterson, Neil and Roberts. League One playoff final. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think we've got a bit more. Just saying. Would your team now beat the 18-19 team? Or the Premier League team? No. The season before and the season after, yes. I think the Premier League team that finished 9th were a well-oiled machine and punched massively above their weight. And my only regret about all that was that we didn't capitalise on our status on the international stage at that point. I think we needed to go out and level up our squad with the reputation of finishing 9th. Sorry, mate, go on.
It was a bit of a sliding doors moment for us, that one.
Yeah. If Prince had the capability to throw enough at it at that point, I think we might be in a different position right now, personally. 5 million for Ham's a no-brainer. Okay, Jim, if you like. If we're in the Championship, I'm with you. Is there a deal for Gilchrist at right back, or CB is ceiling is higher in years? I don't know, Dave, really. I like him, great guy, but having spoken to him, Dave,
he won't come back.
is it worth renewing Brewster and Robbo's contracts? Both have had spells out and have been inconsistent.
Not for me.
Or me. We had Jimmy Dunn on loan in 2019, did you? That's a while ago now. Yeah, I think he's come on, Auntie. I think he's a free agent that a lot of the top championship clubs will be looking at. Potentially ones at the bottom of the Prem, we shall see. What about a deal for Gilchrist at right back? Again, he hasn't really held down a place, David. I would have said yes after 10 games of the season. With 1 to go, it's probably a no, unfortunately. Because I like him as a player, but just going forward, that's the thing. Your right back's got to be able to play in the Prem nowadays. Has to be able to go forward. Has to be able to do a number of different things, not just defend. Setting off at 7:30 or 8 for Wembley on Saturday. Yeah, like the rest of us, Maury, mate.
Always having a lie in.
Dave the Nose moves in. Oh, here we go, bro. Playing favourites. I was thanking Mr. V as a moderator, not as a personal thing. Come back, Jimmy. Oh, David. Oh, dear. Currying favour with a boss. Oh, mate. We still love you, David. Well, I do. Dave, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's fine. Kyle Walker too old. That's why he's playing for AC Milan. Yeah, that's a different debate, probably. How often is Kyle Walker getting on the pitch? I can't recall him having any long-term injuries, lads. If Walker did sign for the Blades, and it's a big if, would you use him as a right back or a centre back? Good question. Right of a 3, maybe. But in a 4, he's a right back for me. Dave?
Same.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and share, peeps. Thank you, Brian. Top man. Yeah, every week. Stick a like on for us, guys, if you're still watching. We've been on an awful long time. We're going to have to wrap this up shortly. I'm hearing Mundell may be nursing a calf strain. Sorry, I went back too quick. Demo, we did not need to win League One playoff. 100 points. Very good. It's giving a bit of banter to the Sunderland contingent. No mate for AC if no info to go on. Dave, do you want to do some comments quick?
No. Sorry to be party pooper, guys. Kyle Walker at the minute will not be happening. Would have to take something big to get, and he wants to stay in Italy, but you never know. I can ask Sam to keep. You never know. We can ask Sam to keep. Message him to come back to the Blades. Yeah. I don't think Milan want to keep him, so I think there's a possibility of that happening, if I'm honest. Small, but I still think there's a possibility it happens.
Yes, John. But has improved and he's likely to play. You can do this one, mate.
Love you, really, Dave. Lol. Okay. Cheers, bro.
Yeah, very good, very good. So yeah, we wanted obviously this is mine and Dave's first solo outing, and obviously I'd like to thank everybody who's commented and joined in on the stream tonight. Been a great pleasure. Just under an hour and a half, Dave. Thank you for coming on. Dave's had local football commitments, hasn't he? And yeah, I appreciate him coming on at the end.
Fun. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it has been good, mate. It's been good not the typical view for the mountain, but I didn't think it was necessary, to be honest, with all the other. Have you been on YouTube recently and looked at every man and his dog telling us who's doing what and what's going to happen and da-da-da-da. And the truth is nobody knows. All we know is Wilder will be getting these boys prepared in the best way he knows how. He'll be picking the team that he has picked, and he has earned the right to do that without our naysaying, without our say-so. And I always say this, don't I, about Wilder having all the information, knowing the personalities better than we do, seeing them in training, working on the systems. What does he think about the opposition? What is the best way to beat him? The way that we've dispatched Bristol City tells me that this man has got his finger on the pulse. And if you want anybody to give our team the incentive, the motivation, the inspiration to win a game of football, you'll be looking at those boys, telling them, look, what this means. And the thing for Wilder is he could break the voodoo. He could be the one. And if he's not already down in Blades folklore, he certainly will be if we get that victory on Saturday. Ramblers, when we're there, let's just stay safe. Let's stick together. No
Yeah.
aggro. We're not there for any of that. That's not our game. We're not interested. We are there to support our team and make sure that we give our players the best chance of winning. And the only way that we do that, the only way is by cheering. The only thing we can do to negatively impact is stay quiet. The only thing we can positively do is make a lot of bloody noise. And that's what we need to do. And even if we go one down, don't start moaning about who's not playing and who's there. We have got to be united. The clue's in the name, isn't it? The clue is in the name. We've got a load more comments coming, so we've got to end, haven't we, mate? We've got to end it. But I just want to say a couple. Sudan didn't have a comedy. I'm not bothered about AC. Name someone better who can afford. We can't. Love it, Dave. Very good. Amazing, guys. Well done. Love it. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Good luck with the final. Yeah, and you too, big girls. Really do cry. We appreciate it, mate. Safe travels. In the box part before oh no Sunderland fans, is it? Forget about that. And where's your lineup mountain? Oh, there's my lineup. Okay. It's the same as everybody else's, other than I personally think he might go for O'Hare on the right. Is my only thing. I think Moore and Campbell pick themselves. Hamer's definitely the left. The middle two are easy, Peck and Vinny. I think he might go O'Hare. Personally, I think he might. And then he's got Hamza, he's got Anel, he's got Robbo, he's got Burrows, and then the last one's just pointless talking about. He is the main man. So keep it ramble, peeps. Like and subscribe. Right then, guys, time has come.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for is that your outro now, Dave? Thanks for watching. Is that what you're saying?
Thanks for watching and listening to two people who've not done this before and are on our own try and muddle our way through without the professional behind us.
Indeed, Areno. Well done, Dave. That's very good. Okay, well, we'll end it in our usual style.
Come on, you red and white
wizards! All the way! Is it going to work?
Press it. You got to press it.
I pressed it.
No, you haven't.
Right, we'll do it again. We'll do it like we do on the edit. Come on, you red and white wizards. Dave?
Oh, the blades.
Ramble on.